Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to The Medium by Design. Today's message is from someone who has been loved for decades and passed today, Ozzie Osbourne. I have friends that absolutely love that guy, and I enjoyed a lot of interviews and a lot of things he shared over the years too. I'm not into heavy metal, but as far as a person goes, I thought he was a fascinating human being. So I'm just going to get right into the message and you see what you think. So here's the little piece that I do when I'm kind of inviting the person in. Ozzie Osbourne died today, a living legend. I would be honored to get your take on life and anything you would like to share with your family and fans. Ozzie says, I thought about doing this with someone before I died. Of course, I couldn't know if it was even possible, but I did think about it. I guess in some way I wanted to prove it to myself. And here I am. And he was laughing hysterically when he said that. He was very funny when he was around me today. It was very funny. So I guess the first thing I should say is a huge thank you to Sharon and my kids. I was not an easy rider with my family. To meet and love a woman with all my heart, most of you would not believe me. To have a woman like Sharon stand with me through my crazed existence is just a miracle. My kids are another story. In my eyes, they were always my babies, and I did feel deeply if they went through any difficulties. Part of their headaches in life were because they were mine. This is the part I hope they and fans can accept and understand. The kids of celebrities do not always grow up with advantages. Sometimes they are just kept under the microscope. If they have one misstep, the media wants to create a big drama and story. They almost can't be left alone to deal with their own issues in their own way without being bombarded with stupid comments from stupid people. I wish I could have protected them more. Sharon was so much better at cleaning up any messes with our family. You might say that Sharon was the sane one. But I wasn't crazy all the time. I did have some very clever and clear insights, conversations and advice for my family. I'm not bragging, I just know there were some profound moments where I surprised myself and thought, where did that come from? Maybe the drugs did open me up to something more. You, Salvatore, might know about that. Not that you ever needed anything to do what you do, but you have known many who use substances to advance their spiritual gifts, and that is true. That's very true. To the fans, what can be said? The loyalty that I got to experience throughout my life really touched me deeply. Doing what I loved for decades and meeting incredible people who loved and respected me and the music is one of the biggest surprises to me. I would never have thought I would last in music or in life for that matter that long. I hope you all enjoyed anything I created and that it touched you in some way that made you feel good about life and about yourself. That is one of the most important things to conquer in this life, feeling good about yourself. Far too often, we overanalyze and judge ourselves for things that we often didn't even have full control over. And if we did, we act like we should never make a mistake. Let me tell you, I made a lot of mistakes, and Sharon would agree. Let's take a minute to talk about our relationship. Many people now will talk about their soulmate. Not everyone gets to find theirs. Me and Sharon were definitely soulmates. The chemistry, unspoken chemistry, and our communication chemistry was at times uncanny. I had so many moments throughout our lives together that I knew she was the only one for me. Isn't love a funny thing? Love isn't always expressed the way we think it will be. Sometimes love is standing by someone who seems a little off. The underlying connection is what always matters. What we do on the surface, for better or worse, we will always get past. But the unbroken bond underneath it all is what lasts forever. I would hope that every one of you gets to have this kind of bond with someone special and that stays in your heart forever. Never regret anything you've done with someone you love. You both get to have an amazing opportunity to share yourselves in whatever ways come naturally or unnaturally to you both. And he was laughing hysterically. His humor was still there. His light heart sense of humor was still there. Absolutely lovely to have a visit with him today. So that's it for me on this one. I don't really feel like talking anymore. I thought this was an important message, and I hope you receive it with all the love that he gave it to me, and he's given out to you. So thanks for tuning in to The Medium by Design. There is so much more to come. I did take a little hiatus, but I think I'm creeping back into the swing.